class. So, as I was saying, my name is Sophia, and today I'll be leading you all through a 60-minute Vinyasa class. For today's practice, we'll be using a block and a strap. And if you're at home, feel free to use a book or a scarf or a t-shirt to substitute your strap. So we'll set those off to the side. And we'll begin in a seated pose, maybe finding easy pose. Lining up your heels with one another and gently resting your palms on top of your knees. Feel free to allow your eyes to flutter shut and begin to notice your breath here, whether it may be fast or slow, without changing it just yet. And together we will take 10 focused breaths. Inhale and exhale completely. Inhale 1. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 4, exhale 4, inhale 5, exhale 5, inhale 6, exhale 6, inhale 7, exhale 7, inhale 8, exhale 8, inhale 9, exhale 9, inhale 10, and exhale 10. And from here, feel free to set your sankalpa or your intention for today's practice. Maybe sending some of the love you create on your mat today to someone in need. And whenever you're ready, slowly allowing your eyes to flutter open. And then we'll begin adding movement back into our bodies. On your exhale, gently bring chin to chest. And inhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, and maybe even finding a full rotation if you like. Moving your neck in one direction and then the other. Taking any movements that feel nice. And then gently on your next inhale, finding a neutral spine. And we'll sweep our arms up overhead and exhale, twist towards your right, bringing your left palm on top of your right knee. And maybe even looking over your right shoulder for a little extra. On your next inhale, look forward, and exhale, release. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, and exhale, twist towards your left side, bringing right palm on top of your left knee. Making sure your spine is stacked one on top of the other in this position, and maybe even looking over your left shoulder for a little extra. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, release. And from here, we'll begin to start taking circles with our bodies, maybe moving clockwise and counterclockwise, warming up the spine. And then we'll inhale back to a neutral spine. And we'll take some seated cat-cows here. So on your inhale, bring your chest through your arms, arching your back and lifting your chin towards the sky. And exhale, round your spine, bringing chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then inhale back to a neutral position, and you'll walk your hands in front of you, finding a tabletop position. So in tabletop, you want your shoulders stacked over your wrists and hips stacked over your knees. And from here, we'll take a few more cat-cows. So on your inhale, drop your belly, look up. And exhale, round your spine, bringing chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And inhale back to neutral spine. And from here, we'll take bird dog. So feel free to just lift only your right arm into the air, or if you'd like a little extra today, you can lift your left leg behind you, flexing your left foot to create a straight line from your fingertips to your heel. So we'll stay here for about 3 breaths. And then on your exhale, gently planting your palm and your knee onto the mat. And from here, maybe we'll take a dancing tiger, moving your hips around in a circle in one direction and then the other. Feel free to even take spinal bends, bending to one side and then the other, doing whatever feels nice in your body right now. Allowing yourself one more breath in this position. And then on your next inhale, finding in the neutral spine. Exhale here. And then inhale, sweep your left arm in front of you, right leg behind you. If you'd like, you can always keep that right knee on the mat. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths. And then on your exhale, planting your left palm and your right knee onto the mat and taking another dancing tiger. And then on your next inhale, finding your way back in tabletop. And from here, bring your big toes together and bring your knees a little bit more wide apart. And exhale, send your sit bones back towards your heels, finding child's pose. Feel free to rest your forehead onto the mat here. And this will be the pose that you can go to whenever you feel like taking a nice rest within practice today. While in this pose, maybe try to come back to that sankalpa you set at the beginning of class. Two more breaths here. And on your next inhale, slowly shift your weight forward, finding tabletop once again. And from here, tuck your toes and exhale. Send your sit bones up and back for our first down dog of the day. Feel free to pedal out the dog here, bending one knee and then the other. Doing that as many times as you'd like to get comfortable in this position. And you want to form a straight line from your wrists to your shoulders to your hips. And if you need to bend your knees a little bit to get there today, that is perfectly okay. So we'll be here for one more breath. And then on your exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, tiptoe to the top of the mat, finding a half lift position. And exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise, one vertebrae at a time, all the way up. Your head is the last to rise. Maybe even taking a shoulder roll here. And if you'd like, you can take a water break right now to prepare for our sun salutations. And if you're in mountain pose or Tadasana, feel free to bring your big toes together and bring your palms forward. And you can close your eyes here and come back to your intention or your sankalpa. We'll be here for another 2 breaths. And then all together, we'll begin our sun salutation or our Surya Namaskar A. So to begin, we'll begin in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, plant your hands, step back into high plank pose. And from here, gently bring your knees onto the mat. As you inhale, shift your weight forward, and exhale, release onto the mat, keeping your elbows pinned beside you. Untuck your toes, and inhale, baby cobra, hands off the mat. Exhale, plant your hands and move through tabletop, finding down dog. While in down dog, you want to find external rotation in your shoulders. And feel free to set your drishti or gaze towards your shins or your upper thighs. We'll be here for about 2 more breaths. And then on your next exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, tiptoe to the top of the mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms up overhead. And exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. And we'll do 2 more of those. So beginning in mountain pose once again. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into high plank pose. And from here, feel free to drop your knees once again. On your inhale, shift your weight forward, and exhale, release onto the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, maybe full cobra this time. And exhale, move through tabletop into down dog. 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, top of the mat, however you like, whether it be tiptoe or maybe step to the top of the mat. Finding a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arms up overhead. And exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Last one, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, plant your hands, step back, and we'll move through that vinyasa. Feel free to bring your knees once again, or if you'd like, you can stay in high plank pose. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, release, chaturanga. Inhale, maybe cobra or up dog if that is in your practice. Exhale, move through tabletop into down dog. 3 breaths here. And on your exhale, bend your knees, leg forward. Inhale, top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up overhead. And exhale, Tadasana Mountain Pose. Feel free to take another water break if you'd like, or you can stay in Mountain Pose, maybe closing your eyes once again. Allow yourself 3 to 5 breaths here to recover before we'll begin our Surya Namaskar B or our Sun Salutation B. Alrighty, so for our Surya B sequence, we'll be going through, traditionally, the Surya B sequence is taught 1 breath per 1 movement, but for our first round, we'll be going a little bit slower so we understand the movements. So to begin, we'll start in Mountain Pose. Take 1 full breath here. And then inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. From here, make sure you can see all 10 toes over your knee cliffs. And something I like to do is make sure I lift my toes off the mat. Yeah, and you can always bring your pinkies inwards for a little more tricep engagement. So we'll stay here for about 2 more breaths. And then on your exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. And we'll move through that movement once again, the vinyasa. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, release. Inhale for a heart opener. And exhale, moving through tabletop into down dog. We'll take 2 breaths here. Inhale, sweep your right leg into the air. Exhale, knee to chest. And gently plant your right foot in between your palms. And bring your left foot at about a 45-degree angle. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, finding Warrior 1. So from here, feel free to keep your hands apart, or if you'd like, you can even bring your palms together. Making sure your shoulders relax down your back. They're not up towards your ears. We'll be here for about 2 more breaths. Making sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. And then on your next exhale, fold forward, planting your hands, step back and move through your vinyasa. Two breaths in down dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg into the air. Exhale, knee to chest. And gently plant your left foot in between your hands, bringing your right foot at about a 45-degree angle. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, Warrior 1. Two more breaths here. And then exhale, fold planting your hands, step back and move through your vinyasa. I'll be doing the more advanced version today if you'd like a little extra. And then we'll take 3 breaths in down dog. On your next exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And we'll stay here for one more breath. You guys can do it. And then exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Great job, everyone. So from here, feel free to take a water break if you'd like, or you can hang out in Tadasana. Coming back to your breath if you may have lost it, or returning to your Sankalpa. About 3 more breaths wherever you are. Okie dokie. So whenever you're ready, you can meet me back in Tadasana, and we'll begin our second Surya Namaskar B. So to begin, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. 1 breath here. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, and move through your vinyasa. One breath in down dog. And on your next inhale, sweep your right leg into the air. Exhale, knee to chest, and gently plant your right foot in between your hands. And turn your back left foot to a 45-degree angle. From here, inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, warrior 1. One more breath. And then on your exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step back, and move through your vinyasa. Feel free to skip the vinyasas if that's not feeling good in your body today. And then inhale, sweep your left leg into the air. Exhale, knee to chest, and gently plant your left foot in between your hands. Pivoting your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Whoop, for warrior 1. You can even look towards your thumbs for a little extra. One more breath. And then exhale, fold forward, planting your hands, step back, and move through your vinyasa, meeting in down dog. From here, feel free to hang out for about 3 more breaths, or if you'd like, you can come back to child's pose, big toes together, knees wide apart, and resting your sit bones down towards your heels. One more breath wherever you are. And then inhale, to come back. Shift your weight forward, tuck your toes, and exhale into down dog if you weren't already there. And then from here, on your exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, top of the mat, finding a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. All the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. And I did not forget, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. 2 more breaths here. And then exhale, Tadasana once again. Feel free to take a water break if you'd like, or hang out in mountain pose. And then we'll begin our Mandala Namaskar. So we'll move around the mat in one direction and then come back around. 4 more breaths wherever you are. From here, maybe even finding your Ujjayi breath or your ocean sounding breath. So for Ujjayi, it's through your throat. And it sounds like an ocean wave. Okie dokie. So if you want, we'll come back to the top of the mat in Tadasana. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Feel free to move through your vinyasa if you'd like, or you can press into down dog. And then from here, inhale, sweep your left leg into the air. Exhale, knee to chest, and gently plant your left foot in between your hands. Inhale, rise, high crescent lunge, making sure your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. Feel free to hang out here, or if you'd like to add a little bit more movement, on your exhale, you can fold forward, bringing your arms behind you. Inhale to rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale to fold. Inhale, rise once more. And exhale, open up into warrior 2. Back foot's at about a 90-degree angle. And your left knee is tracking towards your left pinky toe. Arms are out to a T. And your drishti or gaze is towards your left middle finger. One more breath here. And then on your exhale, bring your left forearm to the top of left thigh. Sweep your right arm up overhead for extended side angle. Inhale, rise, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse warrior, flipping your left palm and bringing your right hand to the back of right thigh. Or you can take a bind, reaching for your left hip crease. Making sure to maintain the integrity of the bend in your left knee. Inhale, rise, warrior 2. And exhale for extended side angle once again. If you'd like, feel free to take a bind here, reaching in front and wrapping around. If you took the bind, make sure to open your chest here and look towards the ceiling. One more breath wherever you are. And if you took the bind, exhale, release. And all together, inhale, rise, warrior 2. And exhale, reverse warrior. One more breath. And then inhale, warrior 2. And exhale, straighten your front leg. Pivoting towards your right side, bringing your heels in, toes out, preparing for goddess squat. So from here, inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, and exhale, squat down. You can shift your weight side to side here if you'd like, playing around, making sure you can see both big toes over your knee cliffs. We'll take about 2 more breaths here. And then inhale, rise up out of your hips. Pivot your right toes to face the back of the mat and hop your left foot in at about a 45-degree angle. Keeping your arms up overhead, inhale, and exhale, fold forward, finding pyramid pose. So from here, make sure you maintain a micro bend in your right knee to protect it and prevent hyperextension. So you can also inhale for a half lift and exhale to fold a little deeper. Maybe even flipping your fingertips to face the front of the mat. Ensuring that your hips are square here. Take about 2 more breaths. If you have your palms flipped, flip them back to frame your foot. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to hips, and inhale, rise all the way up. So from here, we'll take our balance pose for today, finding tree pose. So if you'd like a little challenge, on your inhale, you can step up and bring your foot to the inside of your right ankle, your calf, or your thigh. So I'll turn to face you so you can see a little better. But you want to make sure that your foot and your thigh are putting equal amounts of pressure on one another. And you can keep your hands at heart center, or if you'd like, you can grow your branches up, and maybe even flow in the wind if you'd like. So we'll stay here for about 2 more breaths, challenging your balance. Woo! And then on your exhale, you can release, shaking it out if you'd like, taking any movements your body needs. And then we'll meet back in Tadasana, mountain pose. So from here, inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, plant your hands, step back. As with the other side, if you'd like, feel free to take your vinyasa, or you can meet in down dog. One more breath here. And then we'll inhale, sweep your right leg into the air. Exhale, knee to chest, and gently plant your right foot in between your hands. And inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, high crescent lunge. Making sure your right knee is stacked over your right ankle, and your shoulders are down your spine. Your drishti or gaze can be forward here. And if you'd like to add that movement like we did on the other side, feel free to inhale, stay up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, and exhale, open up, warrior 2 on the right side. Right knee tracks towards right pinky toe, and your left foot is at about a 90-degree angle. Arms are out to a T, and you should feel as though someone's pulling on your arms from both sides. Your drishti or gaze should be towards your right middle finger. We'll take about 2 more breaths here. And on your next exhale, bring your right forearm to the top of right thigh, sweeping your left arm up overhead for extended side angle once again. One more breath. And then inhale, rise, warrior two. And exhale, reverse warrior, flipping your right palm and bringing your left hand to the back of left thigh or reaching for your right hip crease. Making sure to maintain the integrity of the bend in your right knee. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, finding extended side angle once again. If you took a bind on the left side, feel free to do so once again. Bring your right arm in front of your right thigh and reaching behind your back with your left hand. Making sure to have an open chest here. And this is completely optional. One more breath wherever you are. And if you took a bind, exhale, release your bind. And all together, inhale, rise, warrior two. And then exhale, reverse warrior. Once again, taking 2 breaths here. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, straighten your right leg. And turning towards your left side, bringing heels in, toes out once again to prepare for goddess squat. So inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, and exhale, squat down. If you'd like to play around, you can pop one heel off the mat and then the other, and maybe eventually both. But you can just play around here. 2 more breaths. And then on your inhale, sweep your arms up overhead and pivot your left toes to face the front of the mat, hopping your back foot in at about a 45-degree angle to prepare for pyramid pose. Keeping your hips square here, inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Maintaining a micro bend in your left knee. And while you're here, I forgot to mention, but you can bring your hand onto a block if that makes it a little more accessible. On your inhale, you can find a half lift, and exhale, fold a little deeper. And if you flipped your palms on the other side, feel free to do so once again. Making sure your hips are square. One more breath. If you flipped your palms backwards, feel free to flip them once again to frame your foot. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, hands to hips, and inhale, rise all the way up. So from here, we'll take tree pose once again. If you'd like to challenge your balance, on your inhale, you can move forward, bringing that right foot to your inner ankle, your inner calf, or your inner thigh. And I'll face you once again. So from here, you can keep your hands at heart center, or if you'd like on your inhale, you can grow your branches. One more breath. And then on your exhale, you can plant your right foot onto the mat and wiggle it out, shake it out, taking any movements your body needs, maybe even taking a water break. And for our next sequence, we'll move into a hip opening sequence. So feel free to take the water break, or you can even meet in child's pose, which is what I will do. And wherever you are, we'll be there for about 5 breaths. So wherever you are, we'll slowly make our way into down dog. Alrighty. So we will begin with our right foot. Inhale, sweep your right leg into the air. Exhale, bend your knees, stacking your hips. Maybe take a few ankle rolls here in one direction and then the other, or draw a circle with your knee clockwise and counterclockwise. And then inhale, straighten your legs, square your hips. Exhale, knee to chest, and gently plant your right foot in between your hands. And then from here, gently plant your left knee onto the mat, untucking your toes. Inhale, rising for Anjanae, low lunge. So we'll be here for about 2 breaths. And then exhale, fold forward. Heel toe your foot towards the right edge of your mat, plugging your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. So from here, here's where your block or your book comes in handy. So you can bring your hands onto the block if you'd like, or the book. And you can hang out here, or if you'd like a little bit more of a deeper stretch, you can move on to your forearms for lizard lunge. Whatever variation you take, ensure that your back is straight. About 3 more breaths here. And wherever you are, on your next inhale, slowly rise up onto your palms and move the block to the side if you used it. And then we'll heel toe the foot towards the center of the mat. Inhale here in Anjanae, and exhale, send your sit bones back towards your heels, finding Hanamanasana or half splits. So flexing your foot here, making sure to maintain a micro bend to prevent hyperextension. You can also find a half lift and exhale to fold a little deeper, finding more of a stretch in your hamstring. And 3 breaths. And then on your next inhale, shift your weight forward and heel toe your foot towards the left edge of your mat, finding Pigeon Pose. Laying your right knee towards your right wrist and bringing your right heel to the inside of your left hip. Making sure your back leg is straight behind you. Inhale to find a heart opener and exhale to fold forward, finding Sleeping Pigeon. Feel free to rest your forehead onto your palm or to the tops of your hands, making a little pillow. Or if you'd like, you can slip that block or that book underneath your hip here to help you. And we'll stay here for about 5 breaths. While in this pose, try to focus on making sure that your hips are equally distributed with the weight. You don't want to be too far shifted towards your right side when you're on the right side of the pigeon pose. One more breath. And then on your next inhale, slowly rise up onto your palms Tuck your left toes and exhale, send your sit bones up and back. Taking any movements you'd like with your right leg. And then we'll begin the left side. You can even pedal out the dog here like I'm doing. And then on your inhale, sweep your left leg into the air. Exhale, bend your knees, stacking your hips, maybe taking a few ankle rolls in one direction and then the other. And drawing a circle with your knee clockwise and counterclockwise. Inhale to straighten your legs, square your hips. Exhale, knee to chest, and gently plant your left foot in between your hands. Drop your right knee onto the mat, untucking your toes, and inhale for Anjanae low lunge. Make sure that your knee is stacked over your ankle and it's not going too much far forward to protect your knee. And then exhale, fold forward, planting your hands, and heel toe your foot towards the left edge of your mat this time, finding lizard lunge. So if you use the block on the other side, feel free to do so once again. And you can stay on your palms, or if you're using your book or your block, you can exhale to release onto your forearms, ensuring that your back is straight. About 3 more breaths. And then wherever you are on your next inhale, slowly rise up onto your palms and move the block to the side. Inhale, heel toe your foot towards the center of the mat, staying in Anjanae for 1 breath. And then exhale, send your sit bones back towards your heels, flexing your left foot and maintaining the micro bend in your left knee. Ardha Hanamanasana, half splits. Inhale for a half lift and exhale to fold a little deeper. Like in pyramid pose, if you'd like, you can flip your fingertips back. Two more breaths. If you flipped your fingertips back, feel free to flip them forward. And then inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, heel toe your foot towards the right edge of your mat, bringing your left heel to the inside of your right hip for Pigeon Pose. Looking behind you to make sure that back leg is straight. Inhale to find a heart opener, and exhale, fold forward. If this is too much, you can always find figure 4 on your back, and that feels a little better if your hips are very tight. About 4 more breaths. And then on your next inhale, slowly rise up onto your palms, tuck your right toes, and exhale, send your sit bones up and back. Finding down dog once again, maybe pedaling out the dog. You can even take your last vinyasa if you'd like, if that's calling to you. And we'll all meet in child's pose. yourself about 3 more breaths to come find us in child's pose. And on your next inhale, shift your weight forward, finding tabletop. And as gracefully as you can, we'll move into a seated position, facing the front of our mats. And if you can, grab your strap or your towel/scarf or whatever you used to replace this, and we'll bring it beside you. And we'll do our last bit of movement and strenuous activity. So on your inhale, stay up, and exhale, slowly release down, being as slowly as you can, and then gently reaching. So we'll begin with our right foot, wrapping the strap or whatever you're using around the sole of your foot, and then inhale to straighten your leg. Make sure to maintain a micro bend in your right leg here, and you can always flex your foot to get into that hamstring a little bit more. We'll take about 4 breaths here. And then we'll grab both sides of the strap with the right foot. Inhale here and exhale, open up, bringing your right foot towards your right side. Making sure both shoulders are still plugged into the mat. 3 more breaths. Then inhale, move through center, and grabbing both straps with the left hand, bring it across your body. So we're not finding a twist just yet. We're getting into our IT band. And we'll keep both shoulders plugged in. Inhale back to center, and from here you can switch feet. Bring your left foot in now and letting your right leg out in front of you. So we'll begin with our left leg straight, maintaining that micro bend and flexing your left foot. You can even with every exhale, maybe bringing your foot a little closer to you, and it's totally okay if your leg shakes. Mine's shaking right now. One more breath. And then on your exhale, grab both sides of the strap with your left hand and moving it towards your left side, keeping both shoulders pinned into the mat. For a little extra here, you can even turn towards your right shoulder. Two more breaths. And then inhale, moving back through center, grabbing the straps with your right hand and moving it across your body. Feeling the nice stretch in the outside of your thigh. One more breath. And then inhale back to center and gently release your left leg beside your right and moving your strap off to the side. Inhale, bring your right knee into your chest, holding here for one breath. And then on your exhale, bring your right knee towards your left side, finding a nice supine twist. You can open your arms out to a T and look over your right shoulder for a little extra. And one more breath. And then inhale back to center, hugging your knee into your chest once again and switching sides, bringing your left knee into your chest and allowing your right leg to stretch out. One breath here. And then on your exhale, bring your left knee towards your right side, opening your arms out to a T once again and looking over your left shoulder for a little extra. Inhale back to center, holding both knees into your chest, giving yourself a big hug, and inhale, maybe even lifting your head off the mat, and exhale, release into Shavasana, allowing your arms to rest beside you and your feet to lengthen. From here, allow your eyes to flutter shut and relax. Relax your toes, relax your feet, relax your ankles, relax your calves, relax your knees, relax your thighs. Relax your hips, relax your stomach, relax your chest, relax your arms, relax your hands, relax your neck, relax your face. Gently remove the hold of your tongue from the roof of your mouth. We'll stay here for the next few minutes or so, fully relaxing. Slowly begin to start adding movement back into your body, maybe wiggling your toes and your fingertips. Then inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, pointing your toes, finding a good morning stretch. And exhale, release onto your favorite side in the fetal position. And with as little effort as possible, slowly push your way into a seated pose at the top of your mat. And we'll take one last breath together. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to forehead. May you have peaceful thoughts. To your lips, may you have peaceful words. And to your heart, may you have peaceful actions. Thank you all so much for coming today and showing up for yourselves. Namaste. Thank you all so much again for joining me. Please feel free to go into the description box below and give me some feedback. My name's Sophia once again, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much again. Have a great rest of your day.